So, the other night, I went to this little movie. Some of you may have heard of it before. It's called Captain America, the First Avenger. Yeah. And I'm going to do a review right now about it. So, I'm just going to dive right in. First of all, I'll kind of start with the acting. I'm going to try not to do too many spoilers. I will warn you that I might say something that spoils it, since it's kind of hard not to in doing a review. So, just to warn you now. The acting. I thought the acting was awesome. I think Chris Evans did a great job being Captain America. He was able to had that attitude that you would expect from Captain America and played that quite well. That attitude of never give up, that freedom, all those sort of things. I think he played the kind of, scrawny kind of guy well and the big buff kind of guy well. His relationship with Bucky, although very brief, was quite good. So speaking of Bucky here, just kind of out of turn, Bucky was killed in this movie. I know that in the comic books that doesn't traditionally happen. Bucky's been around. Bucky's been Captain America. Not too sure what they were going for there. Possibly, I've never read all the Ultimate stuff, so I don't know if maybe Bucky died in the Ultimate series. If anyone can fill me in on that, let me know. But yeah, there's just a spoiler right there. Bucky was killed in this movie. Yeah, so Captain America, Chris Evans, he did a really good job there of doing all the different variety things of Captain America. The one that I like maybe even more was Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. Now, obviously, for those of you who are not familiar with him, he has a long list of movies that I really enjoy. He was in the Lord of the Rings movies. He was Agent Smith in The Matrix. He was in V for Vendetta. He voiced Megatron in the first Transformers. All these things that he's done in the past. He's one of my favorite actors for sure, and I think he did an awesome job as the Red Skull. His accent was really good. He didn't really lose it that much, I would say. Just that the way he carried himself, everything was just awesome as the Red Skull. And then this kind of goes into other things, but he looked like the Red Skull too, like totally how you would expect the Red Skull to look. And I think that was just great. So the acting, and then Tommy Lee Jones was good, and some of the other people were really good too. So the acting, I'm gonna give like an 8 out of 10. I think it was really well done. The actual look of the thing, I think, was absolutely amazing. Probably the best part of this movie, from my opinion, was just physically the look. And they did so many great things with it. I mean, they tied in the Stark Expo and everything with Howard Stark, but even just some of the stuff that they did for the World War II era things, the newsreels, the tours with the troops, and the chorus girls and all the songs. So that, the dating it historically was really, really cool. But also just the explosions and the Hydra weapons and all those things were really well done. The effects, the CGI, the suit looked really cool. They even had Captain America in his traditional kind of comic book suit when he's doing his tour, his kind of celebrity type thing. So the look of this movie was awesome. Really, really good. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. The part I feel that maybe it kind of brought it down, if you could say that, was the writing and some of that thing. Like I had mentioned, Bucky's been killed, so you're kind of like, okay, whatever. Also, in the thing, a couple times they were able to, a small group of American troops were able to storm Hydra bases, where Hydra has these massive, really, powerful weapons. Yet somehow they were still able to storm them. So I didn't quite understand that. Sorry, there's a fruit fly there. I didn't really quite understand that as such. I'm not too sure how exactly that worked. The actual, I guess the writing itself was okay. The writing was fine, I would say. But some of these plot points, like the death of Bucky, these Hydra troops being stormed. Another thing I didn't quite understand is Red Skull is in possession of the Cosmic Cube. For those of you who are not familiar with the Cosmic Cube, it's probably the most powerful single item in the Marvel Universe. Anything, and I mean anything that its owner and possessor can think of, he can do. It's like the Green Lantern's ring, but like a million times more powerful. If he wants to wipe out the Earth with one snap of his finger, the Earth could completely disappear. Yet for some reason, the Red Skull only just decided to put it into these, big tanks and guns. So I'm not quite too sure what they were going there. Maybe the Red Skull didn't quite fully understand the kind of weapon that he had. I don't know. So some of these kind of plot holes and some of these other things, I'm going to say that for the writing and the plot, I'm only going to give it a 7, because there were these few things here that made me go, really? Okay, whatever. Yeah, besides that, overall, a really great film. And I'd probably give Captain America a, let's say, 8 out of 10, because it was a great film. And I don't know if I like it quite. I think it may actually be a better film than Thor, but I like Thor more because of my Thor bias and how much I like Thor. As a side note, if you stay to the end, and always stay to the end of Marvel films, I don't know if I can stress that enough, at the end, Captain America and Nick Fury are talking, and you get I guess a brief trailer, if you would call it that, for Avengers with a bunch of different clips and things. And it's definitely worth it. And I would actually, and if you don't go to Captain America and you still want to see that, maybe see if you can find it on YouTube, because it definitely gives you a bit of a look of what the characters going to be like and how they're going to work together and all those kind of things. All right, so that was my review of Captain America, a 8 out of 10, and definitely go see it. I saw it in 3D, it was cool. I'm sure it would have been as good in 2D as well. All right, well, until I talk to you again, so say we all.